Hello, this is a short tutorial on how to use the Hooray Health mobile app. First, you want to go to the App Store, whether you have a Google phone or a Apple phone, and go to the App Store and download the Hooray Health mobile app. So as you can see on my screen, I'm going to click the Hooray Health mobile app and open the app. And you'll see that there's telemedicine at $0 consult fee on the top bar. The second bar is the Hooray Health Provider Network, which are urgent care and retail clinics for a $25 copay, no balance bill. Then you have the First Health Network, which is our discounted network. And you see on the front page, you have primary care, pediatrician, OB-GYN, labs, and more. I'll run through that later. And then under member discount programs, you have radiology savings. If you need an X-ray, a CT, an MRI, you can call that number, and I'll show you that in a second, but to get a discounted cash rate. And then there's RX savings. I'll show you how to use the buttons at the bottom, especially the more button to translate between Spanish and English and get to your member portal. So let's start with the telemedicine. Telemedicine, if you click the button, it'll show you, first you need to click continue to make sure that you are not do not need an emergency room or have a medical emergency. Then you can look at common conditions by pressing the plus minus or bar, and it'll show you the common conditions: cold, flu symptoms, infections, sinus problems, rashes, etc. And then you can click the when to use for immediate care, second opinions, if you need short-term prescription referrals, so on and so forth. So what you do is you click call, and that button will come up, and you click call that number, and you will talk to an agent, and they will check your eligibility, your name, your social, your member ID number, and then they'll connect you with a physician to speak with about your issue. Again, this is $0 cost and unlimited utilization. Now, when I go if I want to see a physician in person, I need to see them now. I will click, and I want to see an urgent care. I will click the Hooray Health first to see if there's a physician near me in network. And again, this is the $25 copay, no balance bill network. So as you can see, if I have a child, I can take them to the Children's Health. I can go to the CVS Minute Clinic. CVS Minute Clinics, the real difference is they will not have X-ray. They typically have on-site labs. So you're going to see a nurse practitioner. An urgent care, you're typically going to see a physician. They can actually stitch you up at an urgent care, give you injection, IV. Um, the ability to do more render more care is at the urgent care, that level. So I'm going to go to this Prime Choice Family Clinic urgent care, which is near me. And so I'm going to press that. I'm going to click map it. It's going to go ahead and map it to where the closest to me. So I'm going to 13 minutes away. So I'm going to go ahead and click go and go there. Well, I can click the hours of operation, and it says open now. And if I click view, it'll show 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week, which is very convenient, obviously, for you. I can click call, and I can call them to see if there's a wait, if there's a particular issue I'm worried about. I can look at the provider view where there's walk-ins welcome, on-site labs, x-ray, wellness, physical, and immunization. And then I can, up at the top here, I can actually click the website, and it'll go to the website and show. And so I can book an appointment right there, and I can schedule that now. And if I want to click this as one of my favorites, I click there. So again, really easy to use the provider network search tool. And if you look at the open now button, the open now button is you can toggle that on and off. If you're looking for a provider in the middle of the night, you know that none of them are open now, but so you can shut that off, and then more providers will show up. But you keep that open now button. You can always get there. Next, the First Health. So if I want to use, if I want to go for my annual exam, I want to take my child in, or as a woman, I need to go in for my annual exam. I have OB-GYN, there's labs. I can click the more button, and I'll show urgent cares there that are in the First Health network that aren't in the Hooray network, which happens sometimes. I can click physicians, and I've got all these different physicians to choose from. and hospitals. But for this, I'm going to go ahead and use a pediatrician because I want to take my child. So as you can see, I've got multiple pediatricians. I can scroll through and find what I want. Has the same information as the Hooray network. Now, this network is going to be very specific to First Health. So you'll see on your top of your ID card, it says First Health Network. When you go into this provider or you go in and or to call in to schedule an appointment, you will use that First Health name. You will say, yes, I have Hooray Health. I'm part of the First Health Network. And then they'll look you up to make sure that you're eligible for benefits. The other thing that you can do here is if you are going to be traveling someplace or if you have somebody ask you, in the very top right, you can click current location. And what that'll do is now I can type in a different location. So let's just say I want to say San Antonio, Texas. Pops up, I click San Antonio and it shows there. Now I've got 50 plus. I can actually make this bigger. I can actually make my screen bigger here. If I want to go like this and open that up, I can look at all the different locations and it's really easy. And then that way, if I'm on my way someplace, I'm looking for somewhere that I know I'm going to be that day, I can make that appointment. Next is the RX savings. So if, whoops, if I'm um, in the doctor's office and the doctor prescribes medicine for me, then I can tell the doctor exactly where I want that prescription to be sent. So let's go ahead and type in um, Zoloft, which is a typical antidepressant. So what I'll do is I'll ask them what the dosage. So I have 50 milligrams here, 30 quantity for that month. I click search, and it shows me the 15 RX pharmacy for $7.17. But let's look at over here. The Walgreens is $34.59. So we can find within less than half a mile the lowest price drug for you. When you look here, I can open up all my drug info. I can find out how I should use this medication. What should I do? Should I tell my care team before I take this medication? Are there any interactions with this medication? So all of the drug information, I can map it. I can look at the hours of operation. I can call, and then of course I have my prescription discount, and I can add that to my Apple Wallet as well. So I always have that discount card. Next is the radiology savings. When I look here, this is called green imaging. I can literally look at all the imaging services and I can call in and get the procedure. Here you will file a claim with us based on whether or not it was a accident or a sickness or illness. But the plus and premium plans have imaging included. If you look at the bottom, on the bottom right, it says more. If I click that, it'll pop out. I can contact member support 24/7 by calling this number. The number is listed there, but we are there 24/7. If you're ever in a doctor's office, have a question, you can always call us back. Next, I've got my favorite providers. I can click on that and show that list of my favorite providers here. And it does it for Hooray Health and the First Health. It splits them up. So you always have your favorite providers there. The next thing is I have my member portal. Um, this is how you get in and make changes. If you have a baby, you can add your child. If you need to find your member's manual, if you need to order new ID cards, everything is done right there. And then lastly, we have the translation between English and Spanish. So if I want it in Spanish, I'm more comfortable with Spanish, then I can make the app in Spanish. That's a simple overview. I hope you download the mobile app and please give us any feedback by calling the customer support, and we appreciate your business.